So often we get conditioned that you can't show interest in someone if you want them to like you back. Like, we've got to play it cool. The less interested you are, the more they will actually want you. While there's elements of that might resonate or might seem like, well, yeah, you see other people doing that and that works. To me, that just feels like game playing. Because if you are interested, there's going to be that desire to show interest. And so what is that way of being that really draws people in? Well, in really looking at this over the last decade, there's really 5 factors, 5 elements to a way of being that just becomes magnetic. And so we're going to unpack that today and explore it so that you can amplify in an authentic, natural way that feels good to you these 5 factors and really become magnetic to the person that you're interested in. The first factor is be interested instead of interesting. There's this instinct that says, we've got to impress the person that we like because we want them to like us. And so what that'll turn into is overs. Like, we'll try to kind of over impress them. We'll laugh bigger than we normally laugh. We will maybe tell stories about our accolades or improvement. We'll try to show how smart we are. We'll try to be really impressive. I remember when I was dating my wife, I really wanted to be funny, and I really wanted to make her laugh, and I wanted to show her this amazing time. And that tends to come across like you're coming on too strong. Way more effective is be interested. Be interested in them. Because remember, everyone's favorite topic is themselves. So the more interested you are in them, their life, their values, who they are, it actually generates the state of expansion in the other person because they like sharing about them. It also lets them know that you're interested in truly getting to know them versus just getting you to like them, which is a big difference. So the first key here is focus on prioritizing being interested instead of interesting. The second way of being is high engagement, low attachment. What does that mean? It's okay to show interest in the other person. You're interested in them, but you also want to show that you're attracted to them. You're romantically interested in them. You want to flirt with them. It's okay to have high engagement, but low attachment, meaning you're not attached to it working out. You're not attached to them being the one for you. Because over interest doesn't scare people away. It's over investment that scares people away. And you know what I'm talking about is that person who gets over attached, you're it. You're the one, you're everything that I'm looking for. And then you're like, whoa, slow down. It's that attachment that freaks us out. Instead, it's okay to have high engagement, show high interest. You actually want to show the person that big green light of interest. Yeah, you're cool and I like you and there's a lot going on with you in your world that I'm interested in. And you're got all kinds of options going on. This creates this beautiful energy of freedom to express and freedom to be and freedom to share. I'll share with you a quick example of this. A client of mine has been really working on this high engagement, low attachment. And she's commented on this newfound freedom that she has. And so she went for this walk. She ended up walking into the store and she saw this super hot guy. And she was like, oh my gosh, that guy's amazingly good looking. And so she gets whatever she needs from the store. She stands in line and guess who stands right behind her? Mr. Hot Pants, right? She's looking back. She's like, what would I do if I'm high engaged, low attached? And she was like, I would tell him how good looking he is. And so she turns to him and she goes, look, I've never said this before, but I just want to let you know you are extremely attractive. And he kind of blushes and he kind of smiles and he goes, well, actually, I find you really attractive. And she's like, really? So they start talking, exchange numbers, and they go on a date. Think about that. She was blown away. She was like, I would have never said that. The previous version of me would have been too scared, would have been scared of getting rejected, scared of what if he wants a relationship if I think he's hot? She was like, no. High engagement, low attachment is a beautiful vibe that's magnetic and that creates opportunities. And the third way of being dovetails and connects right with the second, high engagement, low attachment. And you want to combine that with being selective. Being selective. See, when you're pouring energy onto somebody and you're giving them this big green light, you also want to match it with this energy of selectivity. And that is the distinguishes your interest from overinvestment. And here's what I mean. When you're on a date with somebody, you want to say phrases like, you know, I'm really attracted to you and it takes a really special person to win my heart. Or I'm open to love and I don't rush into new relationships. I like to take my time and really make sure that it's right. What's great about that is that the person then relaxes knowing that you're not going to attach as an instant relationship. They know that you are looking for something special. They're going to have to earn the right to be in that relationship with you. And it's a beautiful demonstration of, it's that sweet combination of interest and selectivity that makes you highly desirable. The fourth way of being is to own your standards. Own your standards. It goes along with being selective. See, you're selective in that you're not just going to get with anybody, and part of what drives the selectivity is someone who's measuring up to your standards. So when do you want to kiss? Is it the first date? Is it the third date? When do you want to sleep with somebody? How far along does a relationship have to be before you're willing to jump into bed with them? Like, what are your standards before you're willing to be exclusive with them or invite them over to your house to make a meal? When you're holding your standards, what you're doing is you're filtering out the guys who aren't going to respect your standards. On a coaching call recently, a woman asked, what about the really great guys who are really good looking, but they are really turned off when I tell them what my standards are, that I'm not going to sleep with them right away. And I'm like, good. This is great. Half of manifesting your man faster is getting rid of the wrong guys faster, clearing the way so you can make room for the right guy to come into your life. You don't want to be distracted with a guy who's not going to respect your standards, because that guy isn't ultimately showing love in the relationship. He's showing selfishness. What's in it for him? Can you be on his timeline instead of him respecting you and really what you feel comfortable with? So do not be scared of sharing your standards, because standards are sexy. And the fifth way of being that really creates this magnetic energy is creating a life that you love. Creating a life that you love. And here's why. When you're creating a life that's outside of work, that's outside of kind of the chores and the normal mundane, when you're going after things that you love to do, it might be a new hobby where you're going to learn to snowboard this year, or you're going to take up this hiking class or this dancing class or this cooking class, or you're going to learn something. You're going to travel to the place you've always wanted to go. Maybe you've always wanted to go to Utah, or you've always wanted to go to Paris, and you're doing things that bring you alive. You can't mistake that alive energy. It's contagious. He loves that. Not only will your energy be expanded, but what you share and what you talk about is expanded. It's now the size of your world, and your conversation just got bigger. And he's going to want to be a part of that. He's going to want to, he's going to catch fire with that. He's going to want to, you'll inspire him to go take on new activities in his life, or you'll inspire him to join you in the activities that you're doing. These 5 elements create this magnetic, beautiful mix of beingness that is super attractive and that draws your partner in. So my question for you is, what's the way of being that a man shows up with that you find incredibly attractive, that draws you in? What ways of being are you really looking for in someone that you are going to create a beautiful relationship with? Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Here's to your incredible love life. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.